Welcome to the hydraulics class. The measurement of pressure are classified into the two groups, that is the manometers and mechanical gauges. The principle on which all the pressure measuring devices are based on almost the same. The manometer, by balancing the liquid column by the same or another column, there are known as the tube gauges to pressure to measure the pressure. Mechanical gauges by balancing the fluid column by spring dead weight. These are also called as mechanical gauges to measure the pressure gauge. Then piezometer. Piezometer is the simplest form of the instrument used for measuring the moderate pressure. It consists of a tube, one end of which is connected to the pipe pipeline in which the pressure is to be found found out. Another end is open to the atmosphere, in which the liquid can rises in the tube without overflow. Then height of the fluid or liquid rise in the tube gives the pressure head directly. This simple manometer. Simple manometer is A simple manometer is improved or slightly improved from form of the piezometer used for measuring the height as well as the negative pressure. I mean height or negative pressure. Simple manometer is slightly improved to measure the positive high pressure and negative pressure also. That is, a simple manometer consists a tube bent in a U shape. One end is connected to the point where you want to measure the pressure, that is called as the gauge point. Another point is open to the atmosphere. The liquid used in the bent tube, usually the mercury, that is Hg, which is the 13.6 heavier than the water used to measure the highest pressure. By balancing the liquid the above the datum line, that is above the datum line, that is the Pa plus H into S1 is equals to H2 S2, that is Pa H2 S2 minus H1 S1, where S1 is the specific gravity of water and S2 is the specific gravity of mercury. Then differential manometer, here you want to determine the difference of pressure between the 2 points. The U tube is the connected two ends of the pipes are to the 2 points where you want to measure the difference of pressure. Difference of pressure, that is inverted differential manometer. Then your hand, that is the pressure measurement, that is the Pa minus Pb, that is the difference between the pressure equals to H into bracket H2 S2 minus S1. H is the reading from the manometer above the datum line. Inverted differential manometer, it consists of inverted U tube, then light containing a light liquid. The two ends of the tube are connected to the point where you want difference of pressure is to be measured. It is useful for measuring the difference of two pressure in inverted U tube differential manometer connected to the point A and B. Let the pressure A is more than the pressure at B, then taking the datum XX, then the total pressure in the left limb equals to HA minus S1 H1, then total pressure in the right limb equals H2 H0 minus S2 H2 minus SH. This we know that equation, the pressure in the right limb to the pressure in the right limb below the datum, that is HA minus S1 H1 minus HA is equals to A is equals to HB is equals to S2 H2 minus SH, or HA minus HB is equals to S1 H1 minus S2 H2 minus SH, where the S1 and S2 are the specific gravity of the fluid flowing in the pipe A and B respectively, and S is the specific gravity of the light fluid filled in the U tube. That is. Next, mechanical gauges, that is a burden tube pressure gauge. So you can have the components. The pressure burden tube pressure gauge is used to measure the pressure above or below the atmospheric pressure. In its simplest form, consists of the elliptical tube, that is ABC, bent into an arc as shown in figure. That is, when the gauge tube is connected to the fluid whose pressure is to be measured at C, and the tube, as the result of the flow of under the pressure, the burden tube tends to straighten and itself. Since the tube is enclosed in a circular cover, it tends to become a circular and instead of the straight. That is, with the help of this simple pinion and sector arrangement, then elastic deformation of the burden tube, the tube rotates the pointer and the pointer moves over the calibrated scale, which directly gives the pressure. That is, then difference between important, that is difference between simple and differential manometer. Simple manometer, it is used for measuring the pressure at any point, and one end is connected to the gauge point and other end is open to the atmosphere. It is simple in pressure reading. It is used for measuring high as well as negative pressure, a pressure at a point. That is simple in handling and in measuring this. Then differential manometer, it is used for measuring the pressure between the 2 points. Then both ends are pressure between the 2 points, and both ends are connected to the point whose difference of pressure is to be required to measure. That is complicated in pressure reading. Only difference of pressure can obtained between the two pressure. The only difference of pressure can be obtained between the 2 points. Then complicated in handling and measuring it. The last part, that is the difference between the ideal fluid and the real fluid. That is, the ideal fluid is, it is an imaginary fluid. It is compressible. It has no viscosity, not available in actual practice. Real fluid, it is used in actual practice. It is compressible. It possesses viscosity. It is the generally available fluid in practice. Then difference between the manometers and mechanical gauges. Manometers, it is used for low pressure. Pressure is obtained by balancing the fluid in the column. Example, that is a simple U-tube manometer and differential U-tube manometer. Mechanical gauges, it is used for the high pressure and the pressure is obtained by balancing the fluid by spring balance or dead weight. And example, that is a burden tube pressure gauge and dead weight pressure gauge.